Have you ever wondered how the ancient religious beliefs of Egypt explained the birth of the world? In this fascinating journey through time, we will explore the transcendental influence that religion exerted on the civilization of ancient Egypt. Mamdouh al-Suwairi, an Egyptian scholar in historical affairs, immerses us in a journey that dates back to the 1950s, when Czechoslovakian Egyptologist Jaroslav Černý unveiled in his work, Religion of Ancient Egypt, the mysteries surrounding the connection between faith and daily life in that ancestral land. In this second installment, we will unravel the doctrines of creationism that flourished in that tapestry of ancient history, where myths about divine origin and the forging of the universe intertwine with reality. What secrets do the famous Egyptian hieroglyphs hold? Dive with us into the shadows of antiquity and discover how these narratives shaped the Egyptian worldview, while we invite you to subscribe to the channel to learn more about your undefined stories. Creationism doctrines, as we said in your previous undefined story, and as was the custom of ancient man, the most important concern of the ancient Egyptians' minds was the origin of creation. So many myths about the beginning of the gods and the creation of the universe emerged. There were three myths on the subject of creation and origin. These myths arose according to three different theories. The first is attributed to the city of Heliopolis, the second to the city of El Ashmunain, and the third to the city of Memphis. Although the myth of Heliopolis always prevails, although there is some mixture with the theories of El Ashmunain and Memphis. Although it is interesting to know them all, today we will focus on the magical myth of Heliopolis. 7,000 years ago, in the ancient city of Heliopolis, known in Greek times as Heliopolis and later called Ain Shams, the cult of the sun appeared, and the ancient Egyptians believed that the creation of life began at the location of that city. The truth is that the inscriptions of many ancient dynasties left us a clear image of that historic Egyptian city, which over time became a center of worship of the sun god. These inscriptions revealed that the idea of the origin of the universe dates back to the oldest solar doctrine known to explain the origin of existence. Before history in ancient Egyptian civilization, although the oldest record of the text of this interpretation is almost complete, it was found within the pyramid of Merenre-Pepi Tekun, which means that the text dates back to the period of the government of the 6th dynasty about 4,300 years ago. The idea of this theory is summarized from the reality of that text, where the universe emerged from the primordial water called Nun. From this water emerged the god Atum, who appeared on the first hill that appeared on earth, called Ben-Ben. This hill represented the first solid land that emerged from the water. This land was a pyramid-shaped stone, which became a sacred symbol of the sun god. And the pyramidal shape of the eternal hill influenced the religious life of the Egyptians. The Egyptian kings adopted this pyramidal form for their tombs in glorification of the god Atum in the ancient empire and in the Middle Kingdom. Nowadays, the Ben-Ben stone is known as an architectural term of ancient Egypt, as it is the name given to the tip of an obelisk, or the stone that tops the summit of a pyramid, although it is currently better known by the Greek origin word pyramidion. According to the solar theory of the creation of ancient Egypt, Atum sneezed and created the gods Shu and Tefnut, who represent air and moisture, who in turn gave birth to two gods, Geb, the god of the earth, and Nut, the god of the sky. Then Geb married Nut, and they had 4 children: Osiris, Isa, Isis, Seth, and Nephthys. Ancient texts mention that these 4 gods, led by Atum, and who ruled the world one after the other, formed the pantheon of the 9 gods or what is called the divine Ennead, which was considered a single divine entity, and from it the cosmic theory was derived, representing the universe in the form of a trinity formed by Shu, the god of air, standing, holding with his hands the extended body of the goddess of the sky, Nut, and the god Geb, lying at his feet. The contemplative scholar of this theory will find that the Egyptians looked at creation from the point of view of the true beginning, where there was no land, sky, humans, or any being, and that the universe was nothing but absolute. Nothingness occupied by an infinite watery entity, and in the midst of this watery entity, the soul appeared. The great divine being, as we said, was Atum, which in the language of ancient Egypt has two opposite meanings, nothing and inclusion. Atum appeared for the first time at the top of the Eternal Island, and the symbol that expressed that island meant in ancient Egypt a glorious appearance, and a mural painting of a tall body from which the sun's rays emanated, through where the appearance of the Creator God was represented, and from him the creation of the divine Ennead. What about the expensive work of the four gods to create existence? They contributed to preparing existence from different living beings. Osiris took charge of the flood, fertility, and growth on earth, while Set took charge of the rains, thunder, sky, and hurricanes. And with them were their two wives, Izzah and Nephthys, to complete the origin of cosmic existence. Like all religious doctrines in the solar doctrine, a series of branches appeared, the most prominent of which was the interpretation that linked the god Atum and the god Ra, which was adored and condemned by many, forcing the people of the city of Aun to renew their religious and philosophical beliefs. Ra must merge with Atum, and a text from chapter 17 of the Book of the Dead, written during the 16th and Vitifor dynasties, explains this development. The text says, "I am the god Atum at his only dawn. I was born in Nun. Ra is the one who rose in the beginning and ruled what he had done." Ra seemed as if it was not a new god added to Atum, but Atum himself. And so the different interpretations of the solar doctrine continued to succeed one after another, according to the development of religious and political circumstances passing through the city of On, the original home of the sect. In the crucible of interpretations and the knowledge of great historian researchers like Mamdouh al-Suwairi, the fusion of Ra and Atum resonates like a challenging echo, marking the course of the city of On. The tale, carved in the stone of time, invites us to explore the depths of an enigma that transcends eras. If you have liked this ancestral myth, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and click the like button to stay informed about your undefined stories. Until our next encounter.